Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to season 4 of the We Stomped You Out show. Half of the crew is here, half the crew's not here. We'll get that figured out for next week. But I am Steve, as always. I got Timmy here to my left, your right. Timmy, what's going on, man?
The good half is
It's
here.
it's Giants time, baby.
The good half is here. That's all we need. Don't worry about it. yes. I am super pumped. I've been waiting for this day since the draft. I'm very excited. Let's talk some Giants football.
Giants football. That's what we're here for, and we make light of this, but it does weigh very heavily on our psyche. That the Giants have not been good since we started this show. They have not been over 500 since we started this show, and Tim, as well as I do, and the rest of the gang knows that it's when we're recapping a week, offensive line, crappy play calling. But I feel like some of that's going to change this year, and we'll get into that. But as I share the show out, Timmy, would you do me the pleasure of running down some of the bigger moves that the Giants made in the offseason, what you thought about them, and do you think that they're really going to be impactful?
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through all 69 of them. That's a lot of moves. We don't. The funniest one though is when you're going over their moves was CJ Board released, resigned, released, resigned, released, resigned, designated free agency, resigned, and now he's on the starting opening day roster. So figure that one out. So CJ, if you're a CJ Board guy, congratulations. Yeah, so we'll start with the very first one. The big one was Leonard Williams resigned to a 3-year contract. You know how my feelings are on Leonard Williams, but he did win me over.
He won us over a little bit more. I remember very well how annoyed we were the day that it happened for what
Yeah.
we gave up, and because nobody else wanted him. It was like, oh, the Giants are outbidding themselves.
Plus we got that extra pick from the Bears, so it kind of
Yes.
cancels out what we gave up for him. So it's not too bad. But he has won me over. I hope he has a good year this year. We're going to need him. That's for damn sure. Because our two lines, not just the O line, even the D line is suspect this year, which we'll also get into. Our next big signing was Kenny Galladay, which was a huge signing for us. He was kind of like the last. People say, well, he was the last guy available after this one. I don't give a shit. He's a
But we
fantastic receiver. One
but
of
we
the
had
best
heard
receivers.
all offseason he was connected to the Giants. It wasn't
Yeah,
like a bottom of the rung. Let me grab this from the bottom of the heap.
yeah,
Very
exactly.
good receiver.
Very good receiver. It doesn't matter. I don't care where you got him, first day or last day of free agency. He's a damn good receiver. We also picked up. Now this is the shocking one to me. This is the one I was very happy about. The Titans released the Dory Jackson cornerback. Shocking release. It was one of those shocking, like really, and we picked them up right away. And again, we'll get through that too. But our secondary is considered one of the most improved in the league, and I absolutely love our secondary. Like I said, which we'll get into. Kyle Rudolph, tight end, we signed him. People wondering why. I mean, well, Evan Ingram is probably not going to play now. That's why. And I think Kyle Rudolph still has a couple good years left in him. I think still he's going to be very dangerous inside the 10, inside the 15. I'm digging it. I'm digging this signing so far.
He's got the he's Mr. Reliability, and that's what we need, some reliability. Danny Dimes needs some reliability, in the pass catching, and to have him in a red zone offense, that type of a guy who's done it countless times and through the years, it's a good signing, good solid signing, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he had that foot injury, and that's what people were bitching about.
Yeah.
He's good to go. He's ready to go. He'll be there opening day. And like you said, inside that 15-yard line is what we need. Ingram, look, man, Ingram, look, I like you, man, but you're dropping the ball. You're dropping the ball, dropping the ball, dropping the ball. You can't be doing that shit now. We also signed John Ross, free agent out of from the
Yeah.
Bengals. Another very fast guy, very
Extremely
fast
fast.
receiver. So they immediately got faster. The Giants did, and I like this signing also. Um, Defensive tackle Danny Shelton from the Lions. We picked him up. Reggie Ragland from the Lions. We picked him up. We're picking the Lions. Keep.
They're done.
Yeah. Let me skip ahead to all the good ones. And we of course we signed our draft pick Kadarius Toney. He was our first round pick. A lot of people didn't like that pick, but I thought it was brilliant since the three guys we wanted were already gone. Might as well make a deal, move down, and get someone else.
and it's so different from what we've have really ever done. Who was the last guy that was that size and that fast? Was it like Sonoris Moss or one of those type of guys who in stature he's a smaller guy, but we'll get to what was said about him today, which really intrigues me now.
Yeah, I was a little nervous with him getting hurt, but
Yeah,
he's ready to go. I'm not going to go through our rookie signings, but I will say Aziz Ujari. I'm very excited about him. He was also voted as one of the top fits for a
right.
team. So I'm pumped up about him. Let's see who else did we sign? Oh, Aaron Robinson, the cornerback. Again,
We,
our
we just picked
secondary.
up corners galore. We picked up.
I mean, and we're still picking up corners.
Yes.
A week ago, we're still picking up corners. It's insane. Let's see who else did we pick up here. I have this list going. Gary Brightwell, but didn't he? Isn't he gone? Isn't he already gone? Or we still got him? He's our third string guy.
He's our third. Yep.
Yeah. He's gone. I know I'm going through this list quickly.
And Bert saying I'm riding with Barkley this year. Hopefully he has a big bounce back season.
Gil, I hope you do get a lot of points from Barkley this year because that means he's scoring
Lots.
touchdowns. So I'm
Did
happy
I,
with that
Timmy?
too.
Did I ever tell you? And we'll get into some fantasy stuff here as well. We have the football show that we're also going to be doing on a weekly basis, where we'll dive a little bit further into fantasy. But Bert will remember this very very fondly. I'm not sure if I ever told you, Timmy, but the first year that we ever played fantasy football together, I had Barkley. It was his rookie year. I was facing Bert week one, and he was just going crazy. Oh, look, you got Saquon. Look how high you took him. He ain't scoring no, because he didn't get anything done until the second half. And then he broke off for a 60-yard touchdown. And then it's like, you try to get a hold of this person that was just texting you and nobody's responding. I wonder why.
That's great. Hey, well, we're going to get into him too. We're going to get into a lot of that because this is the year for a
Carlos
lot.
Marquez.
What the hell does that mean?
You
Am I
don't speak
missing?
English though. Yeah, look, as long as you understand it, that's all good. And you
That's
look
it.
like you look like you wrote it pretty well too. So you got the dots going. You're all good.
It's all good to go. Everyone's welcome here. Yeah, Rodarius Williams, another good pickup. Devontae Booker, we signed. Mike Lennon. Hopefully, we never see Mike Lennon play
I know.
because if we do, we're in a lot of trouble if we see Mike Lennon play. Ryan Anderson, Zach Fulton, one of the rare linemen that we didn't sign. Jonathan Harrison, we signed. These all we didn't sign any major linemen. We
Right.
got bits and pieces of a jigsaw puzzle of an offensive line going on. Joe
It
Looney,
felt
we
like
got.
that they kind of like I don't want to say bandaged things up, but they really focused on the wide receiving core. That when you look on Pro Football Talk, that the Giants are one of the most improved wide receiving cores also on that list. With along with like Baltimore, teams that have not had the offense that they need to have over the last few years. Had they had it, the weapons in Baltimore, they're always talking about wide receiving, and so for us to be able to do that, but then the problem still remains that you gotta give the man some time, and I don't know how that gets done, especially in week one. But we'll talk more about that as we preview the Denver game later on.
If the guy can't get down the field to get open because his quarterback's getting smacked, it doesn't make a difference how
Exactly.
fast he is.
Right.
That's why it doesn't make any sense. Cullen Gillespie, we signed off the Texans, which didn't make any sense to me because we have a pretty good fullback ourselves. These are all little guys here and there. And then the big ones at the end of the year, we traded B.J. Hill, who was fine. He wasn't really doing anything for us for an offensive line. I had the names here somewhere. I know I'm a little behind. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
This thing is moving very slowly. This slideshow.
Well,
This,
see,
this,
listen,
this is why I wanted just a straight list.
get it together, people. Hey, Giants.com, give me a list.
Give me a list, not a slideshow. Who are they trading for? Where'd they go? Sorry,
Oh,
people.
maybe he's saying he doesn't speak football English. clarifying. Second half, question mark. 60 yards, question mark. Don't know what you're talking about. So, well, listen, Carlos, if you want to continue watching the show, we'll teach you about football.
We can do that. That's easy.
Somebody who often gets, kind of shut down from an announcer perspective, who I think educates very well is Collinsworth.
He makes me laugh. He
Yeah,
really
he
does.
does.
He makes me laugh.
He does, and then he'll if you never heard of a corner blitz, he'll break it down, and after that, you'll know what a corner blitz is. He has these teachable moments where Madden was boom.
Another weird one was we just traded cornerbacks. Uh, we sent Keon Crossan to the Houston Texans. That's how you say his name. I hope so. And then we got back.
We'll
What's his
pronounce
name?
how we want.
Yeah, it's like we got one for another. It's like, hey, let's just trade cornerbacks. Why? Okay, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll gladly take it. And like you said, I don't have the names here, and I'm not going to go digging because it's like a weird. But we had added two more linemen, and the last 2 week of camp because that line that they were so confident in, I don't think they're that confident, and that's not a good sign.
I think the nerves are just starting to go as you're getting closer. You know how like when you have a plan in place and you're like, I got this, and then it's like crunch time. You're like, oh crap, maybe we don't have it. Let's bring in reinforcements. And speaking of bringing in reinforcements, let's bring in Mr. Rodriguez wearing just a lovely jersey. I really like it. Mr. Rodriguez, what's going on, my friend?
What's up?
What's up, buddies? What's going on, fellas? How we doing?
Man, come on, man. Episode 1, let's go.
Episode 1, we're here, baby.
Dude, we are here for episode 1 of a new
season 4
of the GMEN. I don't know. Season 4?
Season 4. Can you believe that?
I can't believe anything.
What'd you say today? What'd you say today, Steve? If we go 1-0, this will be the first time we're over 500 during this show.
Since we did the show, the Giants have never been above 500.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's how bad our seasons have been for quite a bit. Good lord. But hopefully this ex-Patriot coach can put us in the right spot. And hopefully Belichick gave us something finally after all these years of trying to screw us.
So we were kind of going through the off-season acquisitions and whatnot. So we've kind of gone through that. Talked about we're one of the most improved wide receiving cores and here and there, but still the needs to be addressed that you can bring in whatever wide receivers you want, but as Timmy was just saying, if the guys can't get downfield, if Danny Dimes doesn't have the time to throw, it's useless anyway.
So
which has been the theme of this.
We're back in the same thing, yeah.
No. Well, no. As long as
not.
Saquon is healthy, and we did improve the receiving core, and hopefully these guys can give Danny Dimes an extra half a second to make the right decision. Would be nice. Seeing as though we have pointed to this season as the make or break for Danny Dimes. Rodriguez, what do you think? You think he's leaning the right direction?
Think about it like this. I don't think I think we are going in the right direction. Now, whether we can get there this year is going to be a different story. But, I mean, you had a guy with all the experience in the world, Eli, and the diminishing physical skills, but he still was good enough with a crappy offensive line to make some stuff happen. Now you're bringing in basically, he's a third-year guy now, right? Danny Dimes.
Year 3.
So
yep.
he's still a young player. He's still a young quarterback. Because, in this league, they can mix and match so many defenses that can make a young quarterback go berserk. But you need a really good offensive line for a young quarterback. To me, we all know that, Or we need an offensive line that can do gimmicks, that can do different types of things, like the team that we're playing this week. I mean,
yes,
they've had the best offensive line for the last 10 years where any schmuck can come in and get 1,000 yards and run all over the place. And next thing you know, he's getting awards. And then 3 years later, he's out of the league. So it's not the player, it's the scheme. I'm hoping that we can finally get a good scheme going, I'm not that hopeful yet. I like to see them play some real games, not practice games, maybe 2 or 3 games down the line. I think we can probably make a better decision on how good our offensive line is. But I caught the last bit of Timmy, and And if Timmy is not happy, I don't know how anybody else on this team can be happy. So we need to make Timmy happy and get some good offensive linemen. That's the way I look at it. But we have some talent. We just have to get the schemes going. I'm a big scheme guy, man.
So
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
one of the things that
you need the offensive line maybe to move, have them hold
Yes.
the whole. If Danny Dimes going to the right, have the whole line move to the right. He's going to the left, have the whole line move to the left. That's the kind of stuff you're going to have to do.
as long as they're not going to just drive me crazy with offsides.
That's a whole nother story.
Yes.
Well,
all right.
They've had the season to do that, right? Preseason to work that stuff out. That's what preseason is all about.
Yep. And in this first 17 game season, what we're going to talk about injuries is even more important. Longevity over the long haul of the season. Can you stay healthy? Evan Ingram, I'm talking to you. But so these are some of the injuries and potentials for this opening game. And one of the big things here is Kadarius Toney. They're talking about him having a significant role. So he went from this guy who some fans were like, oh, really, we got this guy. This is what we're going with, to injured, to now the thought is that he could really play a significant role in the difference. God forbid the Giants pull out a trick play every now and then. Putting him in motion in the backfield. The toss to the left. Maybe you keep it, give it to Barkley. There's a lot of options with a guy like Toney, and it seems though he's looking pretty good to go come Sunday. Andrew Thomas is on the injured list. Not injured list, but he was on the he was on the list for today. Didn't practice fully. Saquon was limited also, but that's more of maintenance and upkeep.
Precaution.
Evan Ingram did not practice. So Galladay did limited action. Josh Jackson, Adoree Jackson, Jackson. Kyle Rudolph, Caden Smith. So you might have to rely on a couple of 2 tight end sets here coming in. Just block, guys. So we know. So you get the 3 tight ends, right? With Ingram and Smith and Rudolph. Timmy, we're in this conundrum where you want to put out the most offense, but even when Ingram's healthy, he's not the best blocker out there. So do you need to maybe mix and match a 2 tight end set and get Caden Smith out there, run a block for this guy, and really start freeing people up? But importantly, block.
Absolutely. And the fact that all 3 of them, all 3 of our tight ends are on that list today really makes my brain hurt.
I saw you like.
We're not going to go to any tight end set. We're going to be going 5 wide receiver set for the entire game. We got no tight ends to fucking block. It hurts my brain already. It's not even week 1. I'm hurting my brain. And Andrew Thomas too. He's another one. He's hurting my brain.
He's got an ankle situation.
No, yeah. I mean that's what we deal with every year. We deal with hey, you got a great tight end, but the guy can't block. And then Ingram's like, well, I can't really block, but I'm good for catching. Yeah, guess what? You can't catch either.
He's dropping the ball.
And we've been giving him so many chances over the past. We've been doing this show. No. We're gonna wait. You know what, dude? This is it. This is your year too. You don't come through this year. See ya. Goodbye. Because there's only so much we can take. I mean, because he's not dropping hard passes. He's dropping wide open floater, easy passes for touchdowns. How many did he drop last year? For a first down or for a touchdown. It's ridiculous. As far as the blocking goes, I hope Rudolph and Caden Smith are playing because that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt big time not having 2 tight ends. I don't know who they're going to be pulling. They got to pull out the 2 fullbacks,
especially against Denver.
Yeah, Gillespie and Penny. You're going to have to play tight ends to block.
All
H-back. Remember the H-back we used to have?
Yeah.
We called it an H-back, and what happened? Help the back.
No, yeah, but the line is screaming, help!
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You gotta help us, please.
Help us, H-back.
The quarterback is asking for help. The offensive line's asking for help. The running back, tight ends are asking for help. And we were kind of reminded. I don't remember what show I was watching. They all kind of blend together, but that Evan Ingram, Kyle Pitts is what Evan Ingram was thought to be. You know, that speedy pass catching tight end. And again, Ingram's still relatively young. He can still turn around, but you got to just catch the ball. Put glue. Get those. Come on, these gloves nowadays.
It's got to be on the field, bro. He's got to be on the field. He can't be a tight end and be soft. Go become a wide receiver. Get that tight end moniker off you, man. Go become a wide receiver. Have a big boy that likes to run and knock people down. Be a tight end. We don't need a pass catching tight end. We could have a big receiver, a slot. Let him become a slot receiver. A guy in the middle that takes a shot, then gets hit, then he's out for 7 games. We'll take some money that way.
I'm having flashes now. I'm having flashes. I'm having like of Gillespie and Penny lining up on a tight end receiver. You know, oh my God, it's going to hurt my brain so much. I better not see 2 fullbacks out there at the tight end position.
Oh, you will.
I'd
rather see 2 fullbacks
Well,
if they can block. If they can block, get out there.
We're going to run the college eye with his 15 fullbacks and that one running back all the way in the back. You never going to know who the hell is going to get that ball.
Formation. Live off the I formation. That's pretty much basically it.
So you know that's kind of what we're dealing with who we got in the off season, what we're looking forward to going into week 1 as far as injuries are concerned. And so here we're at the point that we've done every year since we've done the show is we'll go through the Giants' schedule, and we'll see what we're each predicting as far as win total. We actually go through the actual schedule. We won't have Keith here for this, so we'll torture
first.
All right. So week 1, we already know we're at home against Denver.
That's a win.
We got to win there, guys. Win.
I got to win.
All right. For sure. Come on.
Week 2, we head to Washington to play against a team that is really not sure what they want to be called, the Washington football team. So it's 2 really good defenses right out of the gate, and what better way to just pounce on Danny Dimes in the media and, you know, nationally and whatnot, then the first 2 games in his make or break year against the Broncos and Washington. You know, Chase Young.
Why is it a make or break year, though? Why is it a make or break year? You think he's out of New York if he doesn't do well this year?
I think the Giants start thinking of going an alternate route.
No.
That's
a Jet move. That's the New York Jets move, and I'm sorry, okay?
They did that. They did it right.
That's the truth. They've done it. They do it every year. Every year they're thinking about getting a new quarterback or something. That's the New York Jets.
Yeah, but it's not a move where it's not like they're going to give up on him if he doesn't. Like I said, if it's the line's fault, that's not his fault. As long as he progresses, it doesn't matter. I mean, of course, it matters what our record is and what we do. But we have to see progression in him. If we don't see progression in him, that's when the wheels are going to start turning, saying, okay, we might have to go somewhere else and figure something else out.
You may be able to get away with making sense in some other state of the union, but this is New York. There's no way in hell that this guy is not going to get torched if he doesn't have a good year, even if it's not his fault. Yeah. Because we've been around New York fans. And they
please.
Don't care.
Everything was Eli's fault. Everything was Eli's fault. Everything was
right.
Okay, so everything was Eli's fault. Now it's gonna turn to be everything Danny Dimes' fault. You know, and it's a shame.
The last preseason game against the Patriots, he threw 1 interception. That's all they talked about. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a bad interception, but the guy did go. What did he go? 14 for 17, 2 touchdowns.
Outside of that, yeah. And one of the touchdown was great.
And he had 1 interception. That's all anyone ever talked about.
That's the only highlight you see.
Damn interception.
It's like, come on, dude. Point.
Yeah, that's it.
No. And it's national. I used to be able to hear, he's not doing well, but now I don't hear any buts anymore. It's just like, look at this pathetic throw, but you're not going to show that really nice throw that he threw for the touchdown right before or right after. You got to show them both.
The G-Men are like the Yankees in a way in New York, where they're not expected to have bad seasons. They're not expected to have players struggle or people get injured and stuff. They're expected to always win no matter what, be at the top no matter what. And I get that, that's a lot of pressure on them. But, people have to realize that players get hurt. People screw up blocking. People don't tackle when they should. All those things happen to every team, no matter what state you play in.
Yeah. Maybe they should do a thumbs
Unfortunately.
down to the fans. Then turn around and they can win like 9 out of 10 or something like that.
If that
that
if
works.
that works, they all have to come out tomorrow on the first game like this, going like
Yes.
this to every fan that's out there. Just if it's gonna work, man, I don't care how you do it. Just make it.
Imagine Danny Dimes going out there, or he's like the Eli mold.
Yeah, you know what
Oh
you get. You
God.
get. I'm at the point where I'm not even gonna. I don't say nothing. Oh, he sucks. All right. I go okay. Same thing with Eli. Oh yeah, he sucks. I know he sucks. Yes, he sucks.
What are you gonna do? I mean,
Yeah, the
He
Hall
threw
of
for
Famer
4,000.
sucks.
Threw for 4,000 yards. He won 2 Super Bowls. The guy sucks. He just sucks. Let him
just the
go. He
worst.
sucks. Yeah, it's
Terrible.
horrible.
Leader on and off the field. He's not a not a
It's the same
stand-up guy
thing.
or anything.
Never caused any trouble. I mean, why would you want him
He
on your team?
quietly sat for Geno Smith.
Yep,
That's what you
true.
need to know about the guy.
That's
there's
why
no troublemaker there.
he needs a statue outside MetLife just for that.
Yes,
It's the
Yeah.
Patience Award, the Patience
Geno
statue.
Smith. Well, we want to see what Geno Smith is made of. She just saw it in the same stadium for how many years? What are you talking about?
We know his jaw ain't made of anything. That's for damn sure.
Right? Yes. All right. All right. So, what do you guys think about Washington? What I usually do is if it's on the road, I give them a loss. In the division, if it's at home, I give them the win.
I do the
It's
same
it's
exact
it's
thing.
an exact science, guys. This is the prediction. This is the way you predict stuff.
I've done the same thing since
You're-
I was
you're a
15 years
genius.
old.
Well, maybe we were taught that, but way back in the day, we we held on to it. Rodriguez, what do you think
It's
about
a
that
loss.
one?
It's a loss.
No,
I'm
it's a no.
thinking loss.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
take the
I'm
L
thinking
also in
loss.
Washington.
All right, and then week 3, we're at home against a team that everybody wants to anoint is going to the playoffs today. I've seen everybody picking this team to go to the playoffs, and I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's the Atlanta Falcons. So they lose Julio Jones, they bring in Pitts, and everything else is basically the same as far as I know. But it's at home. I feel that the Giants can beat this team. Unless Kyle Pitts just goes off because you know the deal with us and tight ends.
Oh, he's going to score at least 4 touchdowns in that game. At least. we don't know how. We still don't know how to cover a tight end. I don't know what that
It's
deal
unbelievable.
I
All
don't
right.
know
Well,
what-
I got a victory here.
Wow.
Rodriguez, what do you think?
A victory.
It's
victory.
tough. It's
I tend to lean. Here's the thing with Atlanta. They're a letdown team. They always let me down. When I think that they got everything going on, they're playing well. Next thing you know, they get blown out for the next 3 or 4 games. I think the Giants will beat them. I think the Giants will beat them. I'm gonna go win. I don't feel it 100% in my heart, but I'm gonna go win.
That gets us to 2-1. If that's geez, and then it's playoffs. Print the playoff tickets. Do it now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Timmy, what do you think?
I will be at that game.
Oh,
It is
Oh.
Eli Manning Day.
oh yeah, Eli Manning Day. Yep,
And I am going with a win. We're not going to lose on Eli Manning Day.
they have to win.
Wow, we're doing emotion. We're going with emotion on this one. All right.
And I'm there. And I don't think last time I seen the Giants win in person, I can't remember. So they have to win because I'm gonna kill somebody if not. So I am going with a win. I think our new secondary is going to. They're not going to worry about a linebacker covering Pitts. They're
Right.
going to worry about McKinney. They're going to worry about Julian Love. They're going to worry about one of those guys putting him on Pitts. Tell the linebackers, you just worry about the run and that's it. That's what you got to do.
Farace,
And
open a
Mike
GoFundMe
Davis is
page
the running back now.
for Timmy.
What was that?
Open a GoFundMe page for Timmy because we may have to bail him out after murder.
Wait, kill somebody.
Don't get
All
too
right,
crazy on that one, Timmy.
I don't want to see any dirty birds in my section. No dirty birds in my area.
Oh hell no. Get him out.
Dan Reeves. That was cool.
All right,
Go
week
Dan
4 is at New Orleans. I don't know if they're going to play there or what, but it's going to be on the road. At New Orleans, no more Drew Brees. We get Jameis Winston. No.
Win. Giants win.
Ooh. I already see.
Timmy, I didn't even see you do that to me. I was looking down. That's too funny. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. No more Drew Brees.
I don't know if I can pick. I don't know if I can pick any wins on the road. I don't know. So see, okay. So here's the thing with Jameis Winston though. He can put up 30 touchdowns for the year, but also 30 interceptions. So that's the we hope we get the latter.
That's why he's there, right?
Yep. He's there. He's a 30 and 30 guy. Speaking of which,
right?
there's that 1 year they used to have prop bets for Jameis Winston on a Sunday. By what time will he throw his first interception? You know, the game starts at 1. They used to have like 1:09. You know, so those are prop bets. Another very interesting thing that they're doing on one of those fantasy apps is that they are doing the reverse. They are doing it's a bad fantasy league. So in that league, you get points for interceptions. So you pick a quarterback who throws interceptions, you get that.
Ooh,
fumbles. If you get 200 yards, you lose a couple points. 300 yards, you lose a couple more points. So it's. I don't know if they just do quarterbacks. I think it's you pick 3 quarterbacks. It's like FanDuel, one of those. It's not a big fantasy league. So very interesting. And of course, Bill Simmons on his podcast. So where'd you get Daniel Jones? Put him in there. It's my first pick. All right, so you guys have a victory there. Week 5 on the road again at Dallas. Timmy, you start this. That's it all.
We're going to lose in Big D, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Again, we do the split. I'll do the split.
Yeah, that's a split.
You
Rodriguez,
know what,
do you
though?
think?
I might not split with Philly. I think we're going to sweep Philly this year, though. I think. I still might not pick them, yeah, but I think we're going to sweep Philly.
All right, Rodriguez, what do you think about this Dallas Cowboy game?
Yeah, it's a fair point. I think it's an L right there in that first game right there against the douchebags.
Douchebags. The road gets
no
easier. Even at home in week 6, we have the team that finally got a quarterback, and that is the Los Angeles Rams. One of the favorites to even potentially win the Super Bowl this year. So that's going to be another loss. That's a loss for me.
Yep, I'm going loss on that one. Back to 500 already.
But if they win, I go insane.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, don't lose your mind over the Rams, but it's my cousin's team, which I hate the fact that it's his team. But yeah, it's gonna be an L. I'm thinking it definitely could be an L.
It's tough.
Yes.
The Rams is the perfect. What I was saying. Move that line. Move it. Don't let Aaron Donald get anywhere near Daniel Jones or Saquon Barkley.
Put 6 guys on him.
No.
Pitch outside. No. Move the whole line. That's what you got to do.
No.
Misdirection, all that stuff.
Away. Keep them away.
Look at this jerk.
Chop them.
Kyle. What's the LO for? What's the O for?
I think you're saying that's a loss. It's supposed to be a loss.
Hello there.
I thought it was a loss.
Yeah, Kyle moved to New York and he's working at a comedy place, and I feel like he's now testing out certain comedic choices like LO there on us.
Oh, he's a comedian?
Well, he actually I want to say he's dabbled in some stand up every now and then back in the day. But I forget the name of the place that he's working at right now. But
Gotham.
Yes, thank you.
Gotham.
And he's enjoying life up there. You're not going to enjoy football season, but enjoy other parts of life up there.
I want Kyle to come on and give you guys what it was like to finally meet me in person. That's what I wanted. I want to know Kyle's opinion, what it was like to finally be in the room with me, to feel my aura.
The aura is there. Well,
That's it.
by the way, the pizza. I mean, it looked tremendous. It's just
He was in this room. Kyle was right here in this
yeah.
room with me. That's what I'm saying. I want to know how he felt about it, how he felt the aura. And yeah, the pizza was good. I thought the pizza.
What was his reaction? I mean, he had to have loved it, right?
They both liked it. Yeah, they liked it. I said that
Okay.
this place was known for their Sicilian, so you had to get the Sicilian, and then they
Get the
got their own.
Sicilian corner slice.
They got their own little things. Let's try out their own stuff. I said, but you have to get the Sicilian to try it because that's why you came here. Otherwise, it's just a regular pizza place. So.
All right, Raul, what's up, man? He says you can't win with the press with Manning or Jones. I shake my head. This is why I hate sometimes the press. F it. Great commentary about the Giants team. I agree with most of it. All right, well, appreciate you always as watching.
Thank you.
Watching as always. Jeez, what happened to me there?
But
All right, so that's the Rams. Next up, it's at home, Week 7 against the Panthers. Yes, a game that we can win. This is a winnable game. Although Chris Sims just picked the Panthers to go to the playoffs. I don't know if I'm there yet. I do know a couple of guys from the site might have picked the Panthers to go to the playoffs, but I think this is a winnable game here. So I'm going to go with a W here. Timmy?
This is going to sound really weird for me. It's a winnable game, sure, but I'm going to go with a loss on this one. I don't know why. I just have this.
I know why, but
nasty gut feeling. I have this nasty gut feeling, so I'm actually going loss on this one.
All right, Rodriguez.
It's not a bad choice by Timmy. I looked at them and it could be a loss, but it's not going to be. It's going to be a W.
Yes.
I hope I'm wrong. I pray I'm wrong. Yeah. I don't want to lose to Sam Darnold. I don't want to lose to Sam Darnold.
And then that's the back page. Like the Daily News and the Post have already have that. Darnold returns to beat the Giants or slays the Giants. Ugh. All right, listen.
About Darnold? Screw him.
Next up, a Monday Night Football game in Week 8 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Perfectly winnable.
No, it's not. First of all,
God,
I don't care who they're playing on Monday.
Mind.
I don't care who they're playing on Monday night.
I know.
They're not winning any Monday night games.
None. Bad. We're bad.
Zero Monday night. I don't care if they're playing a high school team from Edison. We're not winning a Monday night football game.
Monday nights.
They just don't play good in those games. Yeah, Thursday night, Sunday night, and all losses.
That's rough, man. I mean.
Monday is a longer time. Monday you have more of a chance to rest. If you're playing a Monday game, right? Because you play it on Sunday, you get another day of rest or whatever. Maybe somebody could be hurt that time, heal up an injury. I know they're gonna lose, but I believe they're gonna lose against the Chiefs. I'm just trying to somehow talk my way into a win, but I can't. I just can't do it. It's a loss.
Even if Chad Henne plays, even if Pat Mahomes can't play and Chad Henne comes in there,
good Lord.
Because Lord. He did it last year. Or it was not last year, the year before.
The way the Giants play, you could have Brian Holmes sucks play quarterback, and they'll still lose on Monday night for some way. I don't know why.
So this is an interesting game in the Camus household. Ed Camus, who is a co-host for the Empire 161 show on this network, and Granny's Peach Tea, which is moved to Saturday at 3 p.m. Because his wife is a Chiefs fan and he's a Giants fan. He supports the Chiefs when it's Chiefs time, which is after week 1 lately. So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see. Nobody said Philly, Eric. No, nobody.
And they're going, I believe.
Oh, really?
I believe they're going.
That's not.
Yeah.
Monday night game in Kansas City. That rowdy, raucous crowd. He's gonna wear a Giants jersey in that.
I have nightmares about Monday night games. Yeah, I'd wear mine in Kansas City. I'm not afraid of them.
They're probably nice. They're probably very nice. Yeah.
I'd be afraid to get some barbecue sauce in my jersey. That's all.
Yes.
Too many ribs.
Have you seen There's been a lot of fighting in preseason games. People getting thrown over the benches, thrown over the seats and stuff.
People are home too long.
People are getting violent.
People are home too long.
That's a whole year of frustration. I can tell my wife, just keep the camera rolling. I want to see how many people go through chairs, tables, fist fights. It's going to be a lunacy place. People are
it's like hockey in the stands.
Yeah, it's like letting loose a bunch of criminals. Like it really is when you think about it. You're all out of jail. Go, go, run wild.
You haven't argued with anybody in a stadium for God knows how long, and now you just don't know when to stop. I went to the Marlins game, Rodriguez, a couple weeks ago, and there's just one Marlins fan in the crowd, and somebody was banging a seat that wasn't even his, and he turned around, got up, and looked at an entire section of Mets fans, and started screaming at the guy who hit his chair a couple chairs down, and he was just getting it all day. I give him credit for staying there. He was literally surrounded. He was in the front row of that section, and all around just Mets fans. And there was one point where he got up and he for whatever, I hadn't said anything to him. He just turns around, looks dead at me, and he starts screaming at me. So I stand up, I'm screaming back at him, and my wife pulls in. My wife is like, "Baby, he's old. Stop."
That's the game I was at, right? I was at that game.
Yeah. I don't know where you were sitting, but
you should have just texted me. I would have come. I would have come over and
oh no! Everybody was every Met fan had each other's back, as would any fan base, I would hope. But this guy was just standing up, and then he kind of tried to quietly leave down by 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning. He left, and everybody was nah, calling him, bad fans and whatever.
You're not gonna get out. You're not gonna get away easily from New York fans.
No, if you notice too, it's a lot of like fan on fan, like not just opposite fans.
Yeah.
A lot of fans are fighting each other this year.
Yeah,
it's just everyone's pumped up. Everyone's just pumped up this year.
It's just ridiculous. Go run around in the field somewhere.
Get that energy.
Dude, get it out of you. So what are you, an idiot? Come on.
Okay, Eric says, if the Giants beat Philly, I'll wear full blue on the next A to Z after.
No, that's bullshit. You got to wear Giants stuff.
Yeah, blue. It can't just be the color.
The color blue. Eric, don't try to pull that shit. I'll wear blue.
What a cheesy bet. Yeah, okay.
Raul says AEW Rampage in football stadiums this year.
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about in the crowd. Oh, you went. Wow. So he went AEW over WWE there. Times are a changing. Eric says, okay, all Giants.
That's different. That's a different story.
All right.
Yeah, stand up.
And Eric, if the Eagles beat the Giants, I am not wearing an Eagles anything ever. I don't care. Yes. we'll figure something else out. I'll eat a bar of Philly cheese. That's it.
No, that's Timmy, just eat a Philly cheesesteak on the air.
That's
live.
it. There you go. I'll eat a Philly cheesesteak.
Poor Timmy. He'll have to eat that cheesesteak.
And to our point, Mr. Strauss, they're 21, 35, and 1 Giants all time on Monday Night Football.
They're horrible. I can't stand them.
It's
every Monday night game, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, pumped up for Monday." Nope, not me. Hate it.
Especially against the Steelers and all these teams that are do very well on Monday nights. That was that game last year that the Giants could have won. That
Like, oh, you excited? Right. They're on Thursday night. No, 1 o'clock and
Thursday
4 o'clock.
night is bad.
That's where the Giants should play. No Sunday nights, no Monday nights, no Thursday nights. Get
out of here.
1 and 4.
Let's just agree to do we don't need to be on national TV. Not right now, at least. No. All right. Week 9 against the Raiders at home. So it's in. I still say New York. It's in New York. Raiders come. I believe that's a W, right, fellas? Please. They're projected.
Raiders.
They're projected for 4 wins from Vegas. So make that one of those.
So
not BS.
In that league you were talking about before, you could put the Jets, you could put the Raiders, and you could put the Browns. Still in that league, in that terrible league, and you could draft from those teams all day.
Screw you, Baker Mayfield. All right, week 10 is our bye. Week 11, maybe we should talk about this.
It is.
But the problem is week 11. It's another Monday night game, and it is against Tom Brady and the Bucks in Tampa.
This way, because it's backwards. No, this way. It's backwards.
Yeah,
this way.
Rodriguez, can you make the case? We did play, but that was a Sunday night game last year, right? And we lost by a couple points. Not to say that that's going to happen, but we played them well last year.
We
Does
played Brady
Tom
well.
Brady does Tom Brady have a history of getting better the more accustomed he gets with the team and the more into it he gets? No, right? Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, we're gonna freaking lose, dude. How can I make a case for them
That's
beating
a
for
rough,
us
man.
beating them
I
down
was
in
just trying to
Tampa? They're gonna
get,
come
some optimism
into
there, dog.
hot weather. Big fat guys in hot weather don't do well.
And
So let's do that right away.
hot weather. It's November 22nd, which anywhere else would be, oh, okay, it might be cool. No, no. Mm-mm. Even in an 8:15
Night
game, it's gonna be
98.
82 degrees, and it's gonna be humid, and people are gonna be in oxygen on the side. That's how it rolls. That's how we roll in South Florida.
Feels
All
like
right,
100.
the week 12 against Philadelphia in New York. That's a victory for me.
Yes.
We're going all victory there because it's
Always,
it's at Giant
always.
Stadium.
And
So
you can tell
we
Brian
now
Home
have
we're number one.
boom. We have two opportunities, Rodriguez, because in week 13 the
Uh-oh.
Giants play at Miami, and it's December 5th, but it's a 1 o'clock game. It's gonna be 92 degrees, scorching. You will get I've not been to the new stadium since they did the roof, but there is still 40% or not 40%. I think it's in the 20% range that is uncovered. And my luck, I'll
Yeah.
be in the sun for the entirety of that game. Uh, but let's get to the game though. Timmy, Dolphins are improved if you believe in Tua. I almost said Tebow again, like last night. Uh, but do you believe in Tua, or is this a game that we can go on the road and I can finally pick a victory for on the road?
Yeah, I actually like the Giants in this one. I do not believe in Tua. Not yet. Not yet. I'm not saying he did, but I said we talked about it last night. Uh, the Dolphins are one of my favorite, most improved teams. They did very well with all their draft picks. They made a lot of improvements. They got a lot of good weapons for him. He has to step up now, just like any other quarterback like that. He has to step up and prove that he believes. If not, gone. Especially him. They're not even going to wait the 4 years
No, they've
because
already.
the Dolphins have their team now. They have their offense. They have their
Yeah,
defense. They need their quarterback. If he don't step up this year, boop, Deshaun
they
Watson.
already have the Deshaun Watson
If he
rumors.
if he gets cleared of his charges, all 47 of them, then
That's
then
crazy.
he'll be a Miami Dolphin. But if not, yeah,
Well,
they're gonna go somewhere else.
But
But
think about it.
I,
Tua,
I
they were even talking about Deshaun Watson, even with all the accusations and none of it even being closely remotely resolved yet. Like the rumors were still there. It was still being talked about. It's weird.
they don't believe in Tua. They don't believe in Tua.
No.
no,
I don't believe in him either. Just like Tim says,
Mm-mm.
I don't think he's ready yet. I do think the team is ready to beat the Giants. That Dolphin team, they have improved a lot. They're up and coming. They won't win because of Tua. If they had Fitzpatrick, I believe it or not, if they still have Fitzpatrick, I'd pick them to beat the Giants.
He bailed them out a bunch of times
But
last year.
but
Yeah.
they don't. So I think Tua will be their uh their downfall. At least well, it's late in the season, but at least against the Giants, I think he's gonna throw a couple of interceptions, costly ones, and the Giants are gonna win that
Uh,
game.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right, and then week 14. That's week 13, December 5th. Week 14, the following week, is a really tough matchup heading cross country to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. And what can be talked about as potentially an elite quarterback in a second year guy in Justin Herbert. Timmy, any way? Anyway, we sneak out of Los Angeles with a victory.
no. Especially after we beat
Right.
Miami, it's like no, we're not going to win that two in a row. That hot weather stadium place.
Yes.
No, I think again the Chargers are another one of those great teams that I think are well improved this year. New head coach, but I don't think that's going to matter. He's a good coach,
Yeah.
so I don't think we're going to win that game. I got a loss, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go the same way. The Chargers are just they have weapons every which way, and that's a tough one to kind of get around. Rodriguez are still in their audio. Oh, there it goes.
There you go.
Chargers.
They're not winning.
No, that's not a victory.
It's a loss. It's a loss in Chargerville.
See, it's hard to pick though because, like you said, we haven't played a game yet. That's why it makes it so hard. Because again, I love our secondary, and if our secondary can hold up against that team, we can beat them. But I'm just saying, right now, the way this right now, I think the Chargers are going to win.
So many, and they have so many weapons and can do so many different things. George says, "What up? Not a hater, but my thoughts: Giants have a good defensive team, which kind of came to a surprise to us last year. Very concerned about offense as a whole. Questions with quarterback, running back, and offensive line horrible. I flipped that offensive line being our number one, issue. Then quarterback, then running back. I think it all falls in line. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but you get that good line, and you get the better quarterback and running game going. All right, we'll see if Rodriguez can rejoin us. Week 15 at home against the Cowboys. That's our victory, right, Timmy? That's our victory, right, Timmy?
I just don't know. I just don't know.
Jason Witten's going to come out from the sideline.
He'll come out of retirement again. Oh, man. You know what? Yes. Okay. Yes.
I'm going with it.
I'm going with the split, the official split. Yes.
Rodriguez, the Cowboys at home. What do you think? Can we grab that one?
Yeah.
Well, then by then Dak.
Yeah.
By then Dak will be out. Will be hurt again.
Yes, he will.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He'll be averaging 3 yards a carry. So we'll beat them.
Yeah, and he just needs a smaller spoon, right?
Yep.
Zeke. Did you hear Dak saying today? I think it was today that he was losing feeling in that leg after the surgery. I don't know if Dak is going to come back to what he was as a regular season quarterback. Week 16, yeah. Mm-hmm. Week 16, we had to Philadelphia, and this is going to test Timmy's thought on potentially sweeping the series this year.
I think they're the one team we're going to sweep. We're going to sweep them this year. Our first NFC East sweep in a while. Eagles.
Music to my ears. Rodriguez, what do you think?
I hate the Eagles a notch. And I can't even see the notch on my fingernail less than the Cowboys. So, yes. And whooping, I'm not going to say a bad word. And a whooping is going to happen. At home.
So we got a victory. All right. No, that one. This one's at Philadelphia.
No, I'm thinking at home.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna whoop them at home, but we're gonna beat them in Philly.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. Week 17. This is probably a rookie quarterback that we're gonna be playing. It is on January 2nd, the complete opposite of what we were talking about before for Miami. It is Chicago on January 2nd. Windy, blustery, freezing. Coughlin's face is turning bright red weather. Can we go into Chicago and beat the Bears? Rodriguez, what do you think?
Yeah, man. We're built to play in the cold weather. We're cold weather team just like the Bears. I'm not afraid of the cold weather and the Bears.
Screw you,
I love that stuff. I mean, listen, in the old days, we beat them up just as much as they beat us up, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not scared of the Bears, all right? So yeah, we beat the Bears in Chicago.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on that. Timmy?
I agree, too. I think the rookie quarterback, that defense that was so good a couple years ago, I think they missed their window. So I think we're going to beat them.
All right. Let's head into the final week of the year. The first time we'll ever say week 18 in the NFL. That really takes us, takes us to January 9th.
That's crazy.
Against the Washington football team at Giant Stadium. Timmy Tabala, what say you?
It's a win. We're getting that split. That last game.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Oh, wow.
It's a tough one.
This is hurting me a little bit because I'm a little torn on this one again. They have All right. My my brain is saying pick the Redskins, okay? But have to I have to pick the I have to pick the Giants just on a just because they're my team. I have to pick them against the Redskins at the end of
No,
the year.
you you,
I
you,
already
bet,
gave them
you
a
you
win.
bet with
I
your
gave
brain,
them a
not your
win.
heart. Don't forget.
I
You,
know, but I'm not betting
Root
any
with
real
the heart.
money, so I can bet with I can bet with the heart on this one. There's no money. Wait till we start doing the bets officially on other platforms. It might change a little bit, but this time I'm gonna go on this show. I'm gonna go with the Giants, man. I just really want them to beat the Redskins. I can't give them. I can't have them sweep us. I can't have any National League. I mean, I can't have any NFC East team sweep us. It just can't happen in my head.
Terzio.
Oh,
Terzio, I appreciate that. Terzio, are you?
I'm wrong.
I don't even know who you root for in the NFL. This could hurt our relationship.
Jets. He's a Jets fan.
I lost you. Can you
I,
guys hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear you guys, but you guys can hear me. Maybe that's a good thing.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's not good. Oh, he's a Jets fan.
that is not good.
He's a Jets fan.
I'm gonna wait for mouths to stop moving. Okay. Uh, so Timmy, you got 10 victories. Rodriguez, you have 10 victories. I have 9 victories because I don't I don't I don't know if they can beat the Redskins even at home
Wow.
with the defense that they have.
I'm shocked.
The over under for the Giants this year is 7, so we're close. We're
How
we're all
great,
within
how
2 or 3.
great.
You guys discuss this
Come
because I
on.
can't hear you. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Come
Talk
on
amongst
back.
yourselves.
Well, let me tell you something right off the bat, though. I never thought I'd get 10 wins. I might have to reevaluate after week 3. Originally,
Honestly, I didn't think so either, bro.
I had them at 7 or 8 originally. I don't know what's changing my mind. Um, Kyle, I'm
You're a
going with the Red
fan.
Hogs, by the way. Kyle, this is the truth. You can ask Farace. I said they should be called the Red Hogs years ago, and right now that's one of the choices for them. That's who they should be.
The
No, but
Red
yeah,
Hogs.
Rodriguez.
Oh,
I had them at 7, 8 wins. I don't know what just changed my mind. Maybe I'm getting a little hopeful. Maybe I'm getting more soft. But I think after week 3, we'll have to come back
once
on the show and do a
once we come on
revaluation.
this show, every time we come on this show, we get hopeful and optimistic and happy. Oh, it's our team. Yeah, it's gonna win. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna
Yeah,
do this. We're gonna
but
do
I've
that.
never picked them to have a winning
Ah,
record in the 3 years. I've never picked them to have a winning record in the last 3 years. This is the first time, I think.
but
Yee.
I didn't think I was gonna get to 10 wins.
Me
Honestly,
neither.
this year.
Me neither.
Like what you're saying, I don't know how that happened. Well, I know how it's happened. The Washington Redskins pick, of course. That's Redskins. The Washington team pick at the end of the year. Uh,
And
that
the
is
Eagle
kind of
sweep for me. The Eagle sweep for me is why I
and
changed it.
yeah, and
'Cause usually I
that
split.
too. But I hate I hate losing to a division rival. I can't even pick it. I can never pick them to sweep us unless
Hey, with an
God
extra
forbid it was
game,
like
10 might not even be enough this year with an extra game. You never know. Then again, in our division, 7 might win.
in
Eight
in
eight
our
might win.
division.
So
Remember last year, Timmy? Remember last year was brutal, bro.
yeah,
Last year we might have won the division with 6 wins.
that was depressing. I mean, it was
that was,
depressing, but it was funny.
that was so terrible, man. And we ended up. I don't think the Redskins are that good. How good do you think they are? I mean, I really don't think that they're a top echelon team for us to be so afraid of them.
Their
I don't
defense. I'm
see
not
it.
afraid of their offense at all. It's their defense that's going to be probably be,
It
I would say, top
all it
5 in the
takes
league.
is one busted knee,
That's true.
a couple of busted knees, and if you have that defense and that's all you have, you're gonna end up being Denver for the last few years. Because what's Denver done? I mean, they have good defense. They run, but they're not winning
That's true.
championships. So it doesn't matter. You need a like we've always said it to me. How many times have we said balanced offensive and defensive line, guys that can block, guys that can rush, and let the starters do their thing after that. But we can't seem to gel with that offense or that defense for 2 or 3 games at a time.
Yeah,
So
that's the problem.
that's
So,
the biggest problem for me.
Raul, I think you're more closer. I think we're being more
We're
optimistic right now. You still can't hear us, Steve?
I think with the coach, can't hear us,
I
Brock.
still can't hear you.
Come on, Steve.
Oh wow, what's going on here, man? You're like
Well,
you're ruining the
Frank
show. You're
like
doing a
Oh, there's
Laris
just a
on
Jets
us.
fan.
What are you doing?
Frank likes the Jets. Frank, you're out.
I knew Frank likes the Jets. He's a Mets fan. It's like a 90% chance he's gonna like the Jets, and
Kyle
that's
wants
okay.
the
Listen, I grew
Kyle
up in
wants
New
the
York as a
Wolves
football fan. The Red Wolves for Washington,
for Washington. As long
the
as they're not
Red shithead.
the presidents or the senators, something stupid like that. Pick something cool.
Was already the Senators. There was already the Senators. So I don't think they're gonna go back to that.
What's
I
Kyle
guess.
talking about? What's Kyle blaring on about here?
They should just call them January 6th.
Oof. Oof. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what was going on there, but I am back with old technology. All right. So it was Kyle complaining that we gave the Giants a winning record. Is that
Yes,
what I
because he
heard?
say
All right.
he went away for 20 minutes, came back with winning records. Kyle, I'm honest with you. I don't know how I got to a winning record either. I think that last Eagle game is what I'm thinking we're going to sweep them. That's why. Usually, like I said, I flip flop with the one at home, one at away. But I think this time we're going to sweep them. That's where that 10 comes from.
See, but
Otherwise, 9 wins.
I don't think that I don't think we're that far off from Vegas expectations. It's at 7. We're at 9 and 10. Chill out, Kyle. Just because your team sucks doesn't mean that we have to deal with that.
What's his team, Kyle?
It's the cow. You know who the Cowboys
Oh,
person
he's
that
the
he is.
cowboy guy. He's still the cowboy guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
All right. Let's get to our week 1 picks, and then we'll put a big old ribbon on this bad boy on the opening episode for season 4. All right. So we'll go through the picks as we've done each and every year, and we don't go on the spread. It's a pure win-loss. We do talk about the spread for those of you who are interested. There's a lot
degenerate
of
gambler.
yes, 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 yes. There are a lot of games this week, and it typically happens in week 1, as it's the getting to know you phase. In it that you might have to buy a half of a point to really get involved in some of these games. Like a lot of even spreads, 3, 9, 1, 3, and so on. So you might have to buy a half a point or risk pushing all day. All right, first game up. It's happening. We're within an hour. We are within an hour away from the NFL season kicking off, and it is the Cowboys, Kyle's Cowboys, at the world champion Bucks in Tampa. Tampa comes in as a 9-point favorite. That's first things first. Tom Brady's never lost to the Dallas Cowboys. He's 5-0 against the Cowboys in his career. That's
6 and
pre
0.
43 years old, or how old he is now. He's gonna
6 and 0 now.
6-0. Rodriguez, who you got there? You got the Bucks. All
No.
right.
Oh yeah. I got the Bucks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's like,
I'm
no, what are you
sorry.
crazy? Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
All right, so here's another one that's not going to be a good game, but it's one that is projecting some excitement because of the Jags and because of their new rookie quarterback. Quarterbacks who have been selected at number 1 overall since 2003 are 0, 12, and 1 in their first game. I feel like that trend ends this week. I'm going with the Jags here against the Texans, who, I mean, can you even name 4 guys on the team anymore? So I'm going to go with the Jags. We'll go opposite way. Rodriguez, who you got in this one?
I did pick the Texans. I almost went with the Jaguars this week, but I just picked the Texans because
I wouldn't be
Jacksonville Jaguars.
surprised. I would not be surprised if the Texans won, but and that's why the spread's only 3. The Jags aren't
Hmm.
exactly Tom Brady and
Hmm.
company. Timmy.
Yeah, I flip flopped. I flip flopped yesterday on the other show. I was going with the Texans, then I realized you're right. There's no Watson.
Oh,
There's no
Rodriguez,
Fuller.
that's important. Before when I sent out the picks, Deshaun Watson was not ruled as a bench player yet. So if you wanna change up to the Jags now, you can.
No,
Going with the
I
gut.
I was going with the fact that he wasn't playing regardless. I
Okay.
just don't think the Jaguars, they have to give me 5 games and I'll tell you if they're even going to win
Yeah. Yeah.
anything. I mean, but right now, never pick them. Not at the beginning of the year.
Don't do it to yourself. All right. Next up, the Chargers. This line has flipped since yesterday. The line yesterday was a 1 point in favor for the Chargers. It is now flipped to the Washington football team being favored by one point here. This matchup pits last year's uh, offensive rookie of the year versus last year's defensive rookie of the year in Justin Herbert and Chase Young. I'm going with the no. We don't start with me this time. Timmy, who you got?
Who did I pick yesterday? I don't want to contradict myself. I'm pretty sure I went Chargers this first game. I'm pretty
Timmy,
sure
you
I
went
did.
Chargers. You
Yeah,
absolutely
okay.
went Chargers.
Yeah, I like them to win this one. I'm sorry, I do.
Yeah.
Sorry, Redskins. Wolves.
Now is when if you waited yesterday to put money on this game, now is when you put the money on the game because now you got the odds and you're favored to make a little bit more money if you go with the Chargers.
I bet at 12.50 if I bet 12.55.
Yeah, I wait. Who knows who's scratched, who's out, and whatever. Rodriguez, I believe you agreed with us on this one, rightfully
Did
so.
I think I picked the Chargers, right? I think I
Yeah.
sent you. No?
Yes, you did.
I did pick the Chargers.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all
Yeah,
we got a
that's
sweep
what I
going
thought.
here.
See, I don't want them to win anything. I want them to die. I want them to get
Tergio's got
COVID.
Tergio's got San Diego winning this game. I did it all last year.
Don't don't trust
I'm very
don't
sure.
trust Tergio. He's a
Hey,
Jets fan,
real
and his
quick,
wife makes him makes the picks for him anyway.
real quick off topic. Old Frank there. Don't get me wrong, Frank. I appreciate because you do watch literally every show on this network. But you know when we talk about how same way you guys, you don't like certain Yankee fans. Frank's that Met fan that we don't like
Frank had I watched him,
because he came
throw
on.
stuff at the Empire once he
He
was.
came and he just lists. He just starts throwing shit, and we just ignore it. We ignore it. Like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna ignore it. I laugh.
It's funny.
I go, you see that? He goes, yeah, I don't care, dude. I'm ignoring it. I was like, okay, fine. That's what I need to know.
Tergio's the best. He's a faithful fan of all of our shows here.
Oh yeah, he watches them play. He watches.
Hey, if he watches them, if he watches the Yankee show, then he's a Mets fan.
He watches Just Too Sweet, so I'm good for you.
Yes.
He's better than me.
Yeah. All right. I almost said San Diego again. Seahawks, 3-point favorites at the Colts. Seattle is now so weird stat that I knew I was going to run into this. Seattle is 11-1 in the last 12 games that start at 10 a.m. their time. What are they doing? My mom used to always make fun of the baseball stats. This guy's hitting 268 on a Monday day game when he wears black socks. She always used to be like, it's very exaggerated. All right, so that's besides the point. I'm going with the Seahawks here because I trust them more, even though they're on the road here. Rodriguez, who you got in this one?
Exactly. Basically, the reason I went with the Seahawks was because I trust that team to actually put up a fight and win a game and be competitive. I don't believe in the Colts at all. They have to be somebody for a couple of minutes before I pick them. Seahawks.
You know who
Man,
does
come
believe in
on.
the Colts this week?
Timmy?
Producer Joe. He's the only one
Producer
on
Joe?
staff that went with the Colts this week.
Good
I
for
wish he
him.
could. Well, he
Good
might
for
be
him.
a drunken mess in Orlando now, but I would like him to defend his take there. Maybe I'll ask him after
No,
the show.
he's already
He'll get
yelling
upset.
at somebody. He's already yelling at somebody. Trust me. I know this because I'm seeing him text. Okay,
Look at
he's yelling at
Terzio.
somebody.
Terzio and the Jet fan is calling for Big Blue to go
Ah,
10-7 this year. I
look at
like that,
Timmy.
Terzio.
Look
Listen.
at that. Terzio.
All right. I just kind of let the cat out of the bag there. We all chose to charge the Seahawks there. Next up for the Sunday game, the Jets had to play their former quarterback, Mr. Darnold, in Carolina. Carolina's a 4.5-point favorite here. Rodriguez, who'd you go with in this one? This is a definite split amongst the staff.
I took the Jets. I
Yeah,
think
you sure
I
did.
I think they're coming after Darnell. I think they want to hurt him. If I was a defensive guy, I would want to destroy him. Then nothing would stop me from breaking every little bone in his body if I could get to him. If I'm a Jet, I'm coming after him. Jets on 100%. Now, whether that they're gonna win or not doesn't matter, but I'm coming after him, sure.
So by telling you this, I'm letting another cat out of the bag. The those that picked the Jets, yourself, Keith,
Oh,
Tony,
I don't,
who is
I don't know.
he's Granny's Peach Tea. He's one of the fellas on
Okay.
Granny's Peach Tea. Is he a Giants fan or a Jets fan? I think he's a Jets fan.
Which one is
I think
Tony? The
it's
bald headed kid, the kid with the bald head
No, the
on
bigger,
the granny.
the bigger guy.
he usually has all the Funko Pops behind him.
Okay,
He
okay, okay.
he rattles his ice cup during the show, and it drives me crazy.
Okay.
And Kyle.
Okay.
Kyle's a believer in the Jets this year. So
Oh shit.
I know that agreeing with certain people sometimes upsets you, and I just wanted to let you know that you agree with Kyle this week. You would have
That's
seen it
the one.
eventually. I just
That's the one. Yeah, that would upset me.
Javi Baez just hit a home run. We appreciate the update, Frank.
All right.
um,
I don't appreciate that at all.
I don't either until we win the damn game, man. All right. Next up, we got the Vikings, 3-point favorite, heading into Cincy to play the Bengals
Wait,
here.
who did you didn't get who Timmy picked for the
Oh,
game, did
I
you?
let the cat out of the bag. I told who picked the Jets.
Oh,
So,
so he picked
no,
the Pan.
yeah.
Okay.
By the way,
Um,
Frank picked the Jets 17-14. Christian McCaffrey's going to have 14 by himself.
yeah,
So
that's
That's the thing that's gonna happen.
I'm not
That
saying
guy
you're
is
wrong
gonna
about the Jets
have.
winning, but I'm saying Christian McCaffrey's probably going to have at least 14 by himself. So, that's all I'm saying.
yeah.
He better. He's my running back in 2 leagues, so he better.
I got him in the one. So we'll see. Minnesota has won 4 of their last 5 opening games. I'm gonna go with that trend continues here, and they're gonna win 5 out of 6. The Bengals are up and coming. Don't get me wrong, but they're not ready yet. The Vikings have, I mean, Dalvin Cook alone can that Bengals defense. Maybe Dalvin Cook has 200. Might be one of those opening weeks where he got 250 yards, 4 touchdowns, like I think he did last year too. Um, Rodriguez, who you got in this one?
Vikings. I think the Vikings are a good team. Uh, they were close. They were close last year. They had a bunch of little mishaps and stuff and a lot of nonsense, but I think they're better than the Bengals for sure.
Yeah. Um, the person who pushed the show Vikings on me more than anybody else is the only person on staff that picked the Bengals, and that's Keith.
Keith.
Yes.
As soon as you
Oh,
said Vikings,
listen,
I knew who it was.
I'm like,
listen.
I'm gonna get out about that. You love the show? Pick the team.
Vikings are. That's a good show, dude. It was a good show, man.
You know
Vikings.
what? I watched the first episode and I just maybe I was distracted or whatnot. I just didn't get back into it, and
It
I
happened
do.
to me.
I've heard yeah, I've heard from everybody that it's a great show.
But it gets better. It's the type
Yeah.
of show that first episode you're not gonna love it. You give it a couple episodes and then you start. Give yourself one good episode of watching Lagertha. You'll be fine.
All right. There we go. All right. Terzio has the Vikes winning 28-10, which yeah, I could see that. I could also see them going putting up 45 points on them also. All right, next up, Cardinals and Titans in a good matchup. Each of the last 3 matchups between these two teams have been decided by 5 points or fewer, which means nothing as we head into this one. Titans are a 3-point favorite. I am going with the Titans, although I do like the Cardinals, but I'm going to go with the Titans this time around. Timmy, who you got in this one?
Titans at home.
The Titans.
The Titans at home, even though that's the team that screws me every year, but
Every
Titans.
week, every single week.
Oh my
He picks them, they
God.
lose. He
Yeah,
doesn't pick them, they win.
I always
You
pick
remember that, Rodriguez?
I always pick against Timmy on the Titans. Whatever he picks, whatever he does, I pick the opposite, and it worked out well last year.
Yes.
For whatever reason. I despise the Cardinals for what they gave us for that stupid coaching staff that we got from them. That those idiots that ruined our a couple of years of our lives. I hope they never win again. Never ever. I hope they sink into a sinkhole wherever they're playing. St. Louis, Phoenix. I don't care where you play. Don't
So
play
he's
anywhere.
going
Cardinals.
with.
I'm going with Titans.
So you're saying you're going with the Titans?
I'm
That's what I'm
saying it.
hearing out of you. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going with the Titans also, and a few people. Keith went rogue on a few of these. He's three in a row: Jets, Bengals, Cardinals. Although I could see a scenario where the Cardinals win. David missing action. He's got the Cardinals, and so does Kyle. So that helps, right? From before you agree with him, and now you went after that team, and he
Just
chose it.
makes it so much sweeter now.
Next up, the 49ers head to Detroit. 49ers have won 10 of 11 from Detroit. Detroit's
We could
just,
beat Detroit. Us
just
three.
miserable. Yeah, just the three of us can beat Detroit.
Oh, jeez.
So we'll fast forward this one. Interesting matchup here. Steelers, who started off super strong last year and collapsed like I've never seen before,
Ever.
except for that
Not
Super
the
Bowl with the
Steelers.
Falcons. Yeah, the Steelers are usually that old reliable team and whatnot. They have
Hmm.
just a insane running back. Ben. You just don't know what you're going to get out of him at this stage of his career. And you're going into that, Timmy, like we talked about yesterday, going into that rowdy environment. The closest to college that there is, I think, in the NFL, and that's up in Buffalo.
You know who I'm taking.
I know. You just shouted out, "I'm taking Buffalo," and everybody took Buffalo from the site. That was an easy one for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Terzio says 28-17 Buffalo. Um, Eagles and Falcons, a matchup of dirty birds. Falcons are a 3-point favorite here. Matt Ryan has never lost to the Eagles in
Oh,
Atlanta.
he's
And
still
he
playing.
never will.
He's,
And he never
yeah, he's
will.
back.
I'm going with the Falcons, baby.
Yeah,
Falcons.
I picked the Falcons too.
Yeah, we all of us chose the Falcons. Who did choose the Eagles was Eric and Bert. Couple of guys taking flyers on the Eagles there. Next up, a very interesting matchup as well, as the Browns, who played the Chiefs very well last year in the playoffs, head to Kansas City. Kansas City is a 5.5-point favorite. Cleveland has not won an opening week game since 2005. This is a different
Wow.
team. Obviously,
Yeah.
they got a lot of weapons on offense. Their defense has been good. I don't like them. I hate their quarterback. I hope that they go 0-17.
Whoa.
And it's not going to happen, but but I think we all chose the Chiefs here across the board, so we don't really
Hmm.
have to get into that. I also do think that the Chiefs cover by more than that. I think they say the Browns, you thought that you could play with us last year. We want to make sure that you know that you can't.
I can't wait for the first Baker Mayfield at home commercial. Just so I can, just so I can send it to you.
Can't stand them. All right. And next up in that's the start of the 4 o'clock 4:25 games. That Browns and Chiefs, Packers and Saints. Packers have won 6 straight opening week games, and this time they head to. Well, actually, this game's going to be in Jacksonville because of what's going on in New Orleans after the storm. Um, but 3.5-point favorites going in to play Jameis Winston and not Drew Brees. Timmy, who you got in this one?
Angry Aaron Rodgers and those Packers, baby. Definitely going to win that game.
Rodriguez.
Don't
Oh
forget, Michael
yeah.
Thomas
Oh
doesn't
He
want to
yeah.
play
agrees.
there either. Michael Thomas doesn't want to
They're
play there
gonna
either.
Yeah.
You're just done.
they're gonna fudge pack those Saints really bad.
Boom.
The fudge
All
packers. Get them.
right. Next up, the Dolphins head to Foxborough. In the last game of the Sunday day games, the Patriots are 3-point favorite. They have their new savior up there in Belichick land, and that's
Tom
Mac
Brady went back.
Jones.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
right.
thought Tom Brady
Yo,
went back.
Mac Jones, he's the savior. Bill Simmons has this Patriots team going 12-5 this year with the moves that they made. Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to ever really count out the Patriots because you just don't know. And if there's ever a team that can lose a Tom Brady, revamp the next year, and then get back to the playoffs, I wouldn't put it past Belichick. I'm going with the Patriots in Foxborough for this one. Rodriguez, who you got?
I picked the Dolphins. I don't
I can
believe in the
absolutely see
Patriots.
the Dolphins winning.
I don't believe in them anymore. I think Brady has put a curse on that franchise. I hope it stays like that for a little bit, gives other teams a chance to move up and down in that division. Belichick will probably right the ship soon. By the middle of the year, he'll probably get everything going. But I think this first game, I think the Dolphins can get it.
Timmy?
Yeah, I went with Dolphins also. I can't have the Patriots winning again. I can't have Mac Jones come out and throw for 5 touchdowns because we all know who would be completely intolerable if that should have happened. His initials are JB. He is
I want
a
no part of that.
he is an arch nemesis of Steve Farace, and that
James
is
Bunker.
James Bunker, who will be wow. You don't even want to know what he'll be like if Mac
Unbearable.
Jones is the next savior. So I'm going Dolphins first game.
There you go.
Terzio is saying that the Patriots always retool and they're the better team.
Oh, by the
I
end of
mean,
the year they might be better, but the
yeah.
first game I'm going with the Dolphins for the first game.
Yeah, and for me, it's my lack of belief in Tua that leads me to go down the Patriots path. But 7 out of the 11 on our very expert panel went with the Dolphins.
Because you're all Florida
This week.
people. Florida
Yeah,
people.
yeah. Let me. Who picked the Patriots? I picked the Patriots. Producer Joe picked the Patriots. Kyle picked the Patriots. And Eric picked the Patriots. So that's the way that goes.
That's enough for me to go against them.
Sunday night game. It could be better. It's the Bears heading to Los Angeles to play the Rams. The Bears in Week 1 road games are 4-14, and they can't beat the Rams even at home. So we all went Rams across the board except for 2 people, and that is Eric and Bert. They both went with the Bears in this one. That would be such a tremendous update on Sunday Night Football, Week 1, 7.5 over a touchdown favorite. It ain't happening. I think the Rams. I think the Rams just crushed these guys. Monday night. What happened to the Monday night doubleheader? That's been a thing almost every year, hasn't it? They stopped it this year. They stopped it this year.
Not opening day, maybe.
Yeah, they Monday Night Football. They usually had a game that starts at like 7, and then another game that starts at 10. Maybe that was an
East
issue.
Coast, West Coast game.
Yeah. So the Monday night game this week are the Ravens, who just get bad news. ACLs being torn all over the place. I don't know how long this line's going to be -4, but the Ravens should still have enough firepower to beat the Raiders. Even though you're in that brand new stadium that nobody's ever been able to sit in yet, you're gonna have the crowd going crazy there. But I do think still with all the injuries that they got, I think the Ravens can still win this game. Not as handily as I once thought, but I do still think that they can win. Rodriguez, who you got in this one?
I do have the Ravens. I like you're saying, I don't think they're gonna squash them and beat them, but I think they're gonna eke it out definitely. Raiders, they need another season at least before anybody takes them serious.
Or this guy is just done this year, and they go back to rebuilding again. I don't know what's going to go on
Why
with
would
them
you?
there.
I mean, if you're an idiot, yeah.
Well,
They would do that.
that's the stuff that you get out of the media.
Yeah.
So, how long into the contract is Gruden? It feels like it's been 10 years already.
It's only
It's only
2.
been
But is it 2?
2 years.
Maybe
It's only
3?
been like 2 years. This might be his third year.
It feels like 10. with all the stuff that's going on there.
You got to build a program. You got to give
Yeah,
time.
yeah, no, 100%. And he's not, Gruden is not this, black and white play caller. He's likes to do wild, weird things that don't always work out, and then he gets blasted for that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
But would you rather have that, or would you rather have the plain vanilla offense that we've run before?
Oh God, it would be
Shot,
wonderful to have an offensive guy.
That
shotgun draw, shotgun draw,
right?
shotgun.
Well, you got to
Oh.
play out of shotgun because that's the only way you get time to throw the ball.
See, I'm,
But
yeah, right
everyone
there.
knows the draw is coming. Stop at the draw. Throw the
Uh,
fucking ball.
all right, let's get to our game, and then we'll start hitting the road here. Broncos at the Giants. Broncos are a 3-point favorite here. Um, I'm going with the Giants, and it's going to take a lot to get. So as we talked through this, we got to talk keys to the game in this one, and it's yeah, it's that defense. The offense for this Broncos team is not going to be what's going to blow anybody away. It's going to keep them in games that the defense is going to win for them, if that makes sense. So this is going to be a defense first team for the Broncos. They have some weapons out there, but it's not they're not going to be an offensive powerhouse this year. So key to the game is this is very potentially a very low scoring game, 13-10, 14-10, something like that. And we do scores on this. So let's start with Timmy.
Ooh, a score. I wasn't expecting the score curve. All right, yeah, I like the Giants to win this one at home. I really do. Let's see, we just clicked on. Hang on. There's Michael Scott dancing in the boat.
Oh boy.
Oh, I wasn't ready for the score. Okay, I would say, ooh, 23-17 Giants. I'm going to go 23-17 Giants. Our shiny new
Rodriguez?
weapons are going to score. Kenny Golladay is going to score. I don't know who else.
I want Tony to score. I want the naysayers for the Tony pick to
Yeah, he'd
eat
be
it
nice
a little
too.
bit.
That would be nice. I'm gonna say 20. 20-14. I think the Giants are gonna let them score a couple of touchdowns, unfortunately, but they'll get some kicks in and win the game.
I'm gonna go with 17-14 Giants. This is gonna be a defensive battle, and one of those games where the first mistake is made, and if a team could take advantage of it and whatnot. Really quick before we go, I want to tell our we won't spend a lot of time on this because we're up against it, but I want to talk Super Bowl picks real quick. We won't go through the entire list because we're going to get that posted up. But Super Bowl picks here. Rodriguez, you have Chiefs and Bucks, which is just a fantastic
Really,
potential rematch.
I went out on a limb on this one, huh?
Yeah, it sure did. I want to see if there's any interesting ones out there. Joe has the Bills and the Cowboys winning it all. You can tell he's a Jets fan.
Wait, Joe who?
Eric picked
Joe.
the Eagles, right?
Joe Mulva, producer Joe. No,
Producer Joe.
okay, so
Wow.
Eric picked.
Eagles.
Eric gave me. He has the Eagles winning the division, but he was the only one. I made a mistake. It was my fault. I forgot the West teams for them. But everybody put in without me having to say anything except for Eric. Eric didn't put. Everybody did it. Gave me the thankfully, you guys picked me up. NFC West and the AFC West both missing. I totally demolished them. You guys are no longer part of the NFL. So he did have somebody that was missing in there, so I kind of filled it in for him, and ultimately he went Chiefs Bucks, with the Bucks win back to back. Keith has the Bills and the Bucks with the Bucks winning. Rodriguez, we went through yours. Ed has the Chiefs and the Packers with the Chiefs winning. Angry Green Bay quarterback, Mr. Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Get that up there. Let's see here. Kyle has the Chiefs and the Packers also, but he's got the Packers win the Super Bowl. David has the Browns in the Super Bowl.
There's brown yeast.
He's got
That's
the
his
yeast.
other yeast.
The yeast. Look at Terzio's Chiefs and Rams. That's his prediction for the Super Bowl. David went Browns and Packers with the Browns winning it all. So, between David and Joe with the Cowboys and the Browns winning it all, I'm going to scream. Timmy, you have the Bills and the Bucks. Who do you think wins that one? I already know who you think wins, but
Yeah, I picked the Bucks to go back to back this year, unfortunately. And you know what? Real quick, I'm going to apologize because I remember last year I said, yeah, the Bucks might make the playoffs, but they're not going to do shit. I was wrong. And especially because
we were all wrong on that.
Yeah, but you know what? I still won't give in to that whole Brady bullshit. That was a defensive Super Bowl. That was a defensive team. That defense was unbelievable. And those last few games, they were unstoppable. So,
Yeah.
But of course, I'm gonna give Brady his due.
I'm
gonna give him his due.
I'm
gonna give him his due, but like I said, that was a defensive.
You don't have to give it to him. He took it. He took it from you.
Yeah.
He took his due.
You can't give Brady more chances than.
Yeah, you can't let him get to the playoffs. That's all there is to it. Unless we're in it, and then we just beat him.
He doesn't want to play us. That's good thing. He doesn't want to play us.
He doesn't want to play us.
All right. For me, I went with the Bills coming out of the AFC, and I went with the Rams coming out of the NFC, and I've got the Buffalo Bills taking home the Super Bowl.
My in-laws are going to be very happy.
Tell all your in-laws I went with Buffalo.
I gotta see that curse. I gotta see that Marv Thornberry curse get lifted. I gotta see that curse. I have to see something that convinces me that curse is still not there. So, I would love for the Bills to win, absolutely. But
it's funny. I was talking to them about it. I said, "You're in a whole new world now." I said, for years you've been tailgating and this. Now you have expectations,
yes.
and it becomes harder. And then, God forbid, you win the Super Bowl. Those are going to be the most nerve-wracking 2 weeks of your life before that game comes on. But in the end, it's all worth it. But yeah, I like them going too. But to be Brady's not going to lose until he decides to lose. I think with that defense.
I think this year, that the Packers are built to be that team that can take down the Bucks, and they almost did it last year. All you had to do was run it in, Roger. Run it in. Here's Terzio's stat. Bills are 0-4 in Super Bowl. That changes this year. We're making history this year. And
you got Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford versus Josh Allen this year.
Oh,
isn't that you never thought that you'd ever see Stafford. First of all, Stafford's never got, the 1 year that he had a good defense, they went 11-5, and that was it. Every other year that he's been on that Detroit team has just been a disaster.
Yeah, but he's out of Detroit.
He's got weapons. I really think that's going to be that. That might be the biggest trade of the offseason if my prediction holds true.
It's a good move.
Raul says 13-10 Giants in an ugly game against the Broncos. He says, great job on the show tonight, guys. Keep up the good work. We appreciate that, Raul. Let's have a good show this season. I went different and off the board. You went exactly with Timmy. You went Bills and Bucks, and you went with the Bucks winning the Super Bowl. So you went right with Timmy. You see, he watches so many of the shows that you're on that he's all synced up with you, Tim.
That's it. My number one fan right there.
Creepy. Little creepy.
Terzio, I'm not going to say that on air.
Wrong show.
All right. So that'll do it. We went a little long this time because we had a lot to get through. But as we get into next week, we'll get through. We'll recap the game. I hope it's just different. I hope it just feels different this year. Timmy,
Relax. It's the
right?
first game.
I can't relax. Do you just tell a New York sports fan to relax?
I
'Cause
say it all the time.
no
one ever listens.
we keep saying we don't want it to be the same, but God forbid it is the same. I'm just gonna scream. When you hit live, I'm just gonna scream Groundhog Day. That's it.
That's what it's been. All right, Timmy, any closing remarks for everybody out there?
No, be patient, guys. Listen, offensive line's a patchwork job. It's a puzzle piece. It's going to be a puzzle piece for the whole year. Please don't just start screaming that Daniel Jones this. If it's his fault, it's fine.
Yeah.
If it's not his fault, don't be an idiot. Don't be one of these idiot fans, because I can't stand idiot fans. They drive me crazy. I said I love the secondary. I hope we get some pass rush this year. I hope Saquon's knee holds up, his leg holds up. If they do, maybe 9-10 wins is not out of the realm, especially in our division. So go blue.
Go big blue. Rodriguez, any closing remarks here?
If Mr. Barkley is healthy and ready to go, we can definitely win 10. He's the biggest factor he's the biggest X factor we have there. If they treat him right and he gets some touches and he's able to do his thing, we can win 10. So you guys are making me want to be negative. I'm trying real hard.
No.
To be upset with the Giants. It's like same thing over and over again. Oh my God. Okay, I think we can win. Let's go Giants.
This year we break the trend.
This year we break it. We get Joe Judge.
This year our defensive line will suck.
Oh no.
Timmy.
Hey, they have been sucking. Look, O-line, pass rush. We've been talking about that for 3 years now. O-line, pass rush. O-line, pass. But this year we got the secondary to protect that defensive line. So I'm
what about that? What about that picture that I sent you guys with Strahan and the other two the linebacker and the other defensive end? What were they? I forgot their names. Justin Tuck and what was the
I don't remember.
Jesse Armstead, right?
Linebacker Armstead. Yeah, re-sign those guys. They still look big enough to play.
I used to have an Armstead jersey. I don't know. God, where could that even be? That's gone.
Don't forget, he went to the Redskins after he left the Giants.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
All right. So that'll do it for us this week. Look, let's get into game one and just turn things around. Just get us over 500 for the first time in I don't know how long. First time. And just like what Rodriguez said, Saquon's got legs like this, tree trunks. But you can't lean so heavily on him, and that's where you can get all that stuff going on in the backfield. You get Tony in motion, even put another wide receiver in.
He's the superstar. Every team has a superstar. He's our superstar. Okay, Danny Dimes is nothing right now. He's the superstar. So if he does his job, we win.
That's Terzio wants to propose a bet to you, Timmy. If the Yankees win the World Series, he'll shave his head.
Have you heard me talk any shit about the Yankees? I have said nothing.
Listen, Tim. When you get big time like this crew is, people do this.
But second of all, I don't give a shit about my beard. I'll shave it off.
Yeah, he will.
I'll put lines through it right now. It don't mean nothing to me. You got to come up with a better bet than that. This is a Giant show. This is a football season. It's opening night. I got the TV on. I'm ready to go. The Yankees don't matter tonight, so it's all about football tonight.
Yeah, let's go Bucks. And I'm going to say that because we want the Cowboys to. But no matter what I do, it's the do as I say, not as I do. Chill out. Don't get too upset. I'm going to scream at the TV on Sunday no matter what. Doesn't matter. But we appreciate you guys watching. Stay safe out there. Do your thing. Make sure you're safe, your family's safe, your friends are safe. And then on Sunday, get in front of that TV, get the chicken wings, get the barbecue going, do what you got to do, and enjoy that greatness that my wife hates. Football season. She's great with baseball season. She'll watch basketball, but football, no. Get out. All right. You guys, I appreciate you guys for joining us. Hopefully we're back to full force next week with Keith. as we celebrate victory number 1 next week. Until then, we keep you posted in the Facebook group, the We Stomp You Out group there on all the goings on. Look to Friday for the practice to see who practiced and who didn't. Evan Ingram, get in there, do some limited stuff, do something, man. But until then, we will bid you adieu and peace out, everybody.